How are you guys? Welcome back to Wargaming China. And today I'm just going to be talking about wargaming, the hobby itself, and modeling to some extent. Now, wargaming can be done with anything. There are science fiction, fantasy, historical wargaming. Now, everybody wargames to their own talent, in my opinion. Like, I'll show you my figures, just for example. So, there is a Japanese infantryman. Now, it's painted, but many people, when you display your armies, especially on social media, you will get the comment that will have a word "should" in it. Like, and for me, I get, you should make your bases better. You should do better bases. You should blackwash. You should use metal figures. You should see those. You should buy those new figures from. Well, should is a word of compulsion, as in you should obey the law. There are very few shoulds that apply to wargaming. So the only shoulds that I think that you should apply to wargaming, you should be polite, you should be patient, you should have fun. You should have fun. See, I repeated that because that is the most important thing of wargaming. And for many of us, the aspect of wargaming or modelling might be that we like making the terrain. It might be that we like doing the research. It might be that we like the rules. It might be that we like painting figures. It might be that we like buying stuff for the table. But all of these do not, how can I say this? Today I looked at, somebody had said to me that I should print windows and shutters for my buildings, for my scratch built buildings. Now, yeah, that's all very well, I could do, but then how would I stick smoke coming out the windows? Or, you know, how would I justify the time? Because I'm actually a wargamer. I'm not somebody who's collecting figures or making buildings for display. My buildings have to be functional for the table. And although there are beautiful buildings out there and beautifully painted figures, when it comes to a wargaming, no matter how beautiful your army is, how beautiful the table is, it has no bearing on the dice. And it has no bearing on the fun of rolling the dice and seeing a good result or a bad result. There are many, many shoulds in life. But in wargaming, there are only two. You should have fun, and you should just game to your own level. Yesterday, I looked at a picture online of a chap. He had a huge table. He had cardboard buildings. His figures were base but unpainted, and he had like a 30-picture spread of his game, and you can see how the game went, and it looked like fun. And it was irrelevant to him that the figures weren't painted. And it was irrelevant to me that the figures weren't painted. I could see that he'd had fun. I could see it was a big game. I could even see from his photos how the game had progressed. And yes, for me personally, I would paint that. But I would never say to somebody, you should, when it comes to this hobby. A lot of the, I feel for a lot of the newer players or people that want a war game, there is too much perfection in this game. I.e., there's too many beautiful figures, and they're great. There's nothing wrong with recreating God's work on the war games table. I mean, bravo to you. But if you're beginning the hobby, don't think that's the level that you have to get to go and have a game. And you see, it's going to happen to me. You see, so look at this game. I've done all the historical research. I've made the armies. I've scratch built armored cars. You know, scratch built an armored car. And, you know, and if you know this channel, you know how much scratch building I do. Scratch built my own guns. Again, there were people who go, oh, you should have smoke markers. You know, there are no shoulds in war games. I would never say to anybody, oh, you're a brilliant painter, but you should start making your own stuff. You should start scratch building. So yeah, the only should in this hobby, you should have fun, and you shouldn't let it ruin your life. And you know, for some people, they have this idea that you achieve perfection on the war games table, and then you play that table again and again and again. You know, there are people, and I love it. There are people online who, you know, who are constantly storming the beaches of France, you know, on D-Day. And their battles are spectacular, and every day and every week those games get more and more brilliant because they put more and more work into the buildings, more and more work into the scenarios, and they're happy to play the beaches of Normandy. Now, I game China, and I don't really play the same game twice, unless it's a very good game. So I'm never really willing to put that much effort in to what I create for the table, because I'm creating it just for that one game. There are exceptions, of course, there are always exceptions, but generally I want us all to understand that we should just be playing to our own level. And when you play to your own level and you have a few games, your level will pick up anyway. Your armies will get better, your figure selections will get better. But as I said, once more time, there are not many shoulds in war games. Alright, that's my rant over. See ya.